Hey, yo, everybody, welcome to the Game Changer Sports Network. This is Jay with the Ringside Roundup. Joining me, the smartest man in the room, Mr. Martin Lee. How are you doing, Martin?
I'm pretty good. How are you doing?
And, of course, late as always.
Late? I had 20 seconds left when I joined that room. I was not late.
You had us panicking. But, of course, we've got the guy that only has to show up if he only has his own special entrance with the
of course.
Breaking.
I'm so mad that that second can didn't actually open, and it threw me off completely. To this minute, I'm still mad about that.
Oh.
No, it was like crack. Went to open it. One opened. The other one was like it went sideways, and I'm just like, all right, fuck it.
Just on the head rather than drinking it.
Yeah,
that's all right. But thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us on the Ringside Roundup. Of course, the Game Changer Sports Network is coming to you on all social medias: Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, TikTok, Twitter, Instagram. We still do Instagram, right? We still do Instagram. Is just
we've done better. We've done worse.
TikTok are the big two right now.
Can we actually post links this time to all that stuff? Are we allowed to do that?
To a lot of stuffs.
I mean, in the Twitch chat, did we ever fix that?
Jay, that's your question.
Look. I'm still learning Steam elements and all that. It's difficult.
You know what
Folks
I do?
Just need to fix the mod.
You tell other people to do it.
No, I mean, yeah, I stay the fuck out of it so I don't fuck it up more.
Nope. Somebody fucked it up. Yeah, stream elements. We got to fix that very soon.
I'll tell you exactly who. Well, I know who screwed it up, but we're not going to get into that. That's not
don't worry.
We don't need the drama on this show right now because we got other drama we need to talk about.
That's right. Like why New Japan is better than everything you guys are about to bring up.
Oh, boy.
It might be true this week.
Well,
that was a quick night for me, boys. I'm out.
He might be leaving, but he brings up a good point. We do have new merch. Yeah. Look at that. Hey, Game Changer Sports Network. We've got new merch coming out. We've got hoodies and mugs and
it's now through a third-party distributor, so I can't screw up your shipping anymore.
Yes, which is why I'm still wearing yesterday's shirt, apparently. So
yeah, you're both wearing yesterday's shirt.
Yes, sir.
You know what? It was easier. I had the day off, and I was just like, "What can I slither into?"
I'm not here to judge you, Jay. I'm not here to judge you.
But talking about
wrestling.
Yeah, wrestling.
Martin
with the greatest segue of all time.
Literally.
So wrestling.
All right, I want to. Hey, whoa, Mr. Pope. Let's calm down right there. We're talking wrestling. We're not talking about FedEx sucking. All right, bye, Martin. I don't know what just happened, but bye. All right.
He's
so
like, I'm sick of this.
Yeah, I know. He's just like, I'm out. This is a waste of time.
Right.
When
you guys are going to talk wrestling, I'll be back.
Hey, thank you for the follow, Caleb.
There we go. Thank you.
Thank you.
Get in there.
Pretty sure it's Caleb, right, Jay?
Can we get on top of our shit now?
Unless
Martin's
we get
back.
more follows.
So we're not allowed to get on top of our shit unless we get more follows. You
No.
heard them. All right. I'm getting us on track because Jay is letting us completely derail tonight. All right, cool. So
go ahead.
Biggest news coming out of wrestling this entire week is the fact that Andrade has been released. Otherwise, formerly known as La Sombra.
Right. I physically can't do that.
You can't roll your tongue?
I can't.
No?
Nope.
Oh.
So, Andrade gets released by WWE. Charlotte Flair no longer in WrestleMania.
Now, does anybody else find this extremely sus? Now, we know we got the story as to why Charlotte's going to miss WrestleMania. Martin, you want to fill us in real quick?
Yep. So so during last night's Raw, she posted on Twitter that she has COVID.
Okay.
Which right now is a 100% legitimate reason to be missing any sort of action.
How long away is WrestleMania?
2 weeks.
Something like that.
2 weeks, I think. Yeah, 2 weeks.
2 weeks? No way.
No, it's
No
April
way.
10th and 11th. It's like still 3 weeks away.
2 3 weeks. Yeah.
Okay. So Charlotte may have very well tested positive. I'm not saying that's a lie. Not going to say at all that is a lie. I mean, I will say Roman Reigns having cancer was probably a lie, but that's a whole different conspiracy theory for another day. Oh, yeah, I just went there. As a cancer survivor, I can go there, number one. Now,
Okay,
back on track.
back on track.
I'm not saying she didn't test positive for COVID. I'm saying the time frame doesn't add up because if they really wanted her on WrestleMania, being Charlotte Flair, she would have been on WrestleMania.
I agree.
So what else is going on for them to completely pull her with realistically she can probably come back next week given the time frame that's already played out. What else is going on?
I have a theory about that. So if it's COVID, maybe she's pregnant.
Nah. I don't think so. Just because Andrade recently made a little blurb saying that in 4 days she should be clear and hopefully back on the WrestleMania promotion. So if she was pregnant, I don't think he'd lean that way.
I fully agree.
But I did hear a rumor that she may have landed a movie role. So that could
that's not a rumor.
True. That's true.
Yeah,
But for them
that
to
has something to do with it.
For them to completely pull her from WrestleMania is the part that, and I'm going to assume Thirsty Don here is talking about my Roman Reigns comment there. If that's a conspiracy theory that people do want to hear from me, I will gladly tell you because it pisses me off right now. Now.
I need a beer.
Yeah, I was gonna say we might need some stronger stuff. If
I'm
we're
just-
gonna go down
I'm
that
just saying.
route.
I'm just saying. You don't magically go through 3 months of chemo on leukemia while shooting a movie role when you're the most hated in the company, and then come back and become one of the most liked in the company. That's not how this works. No. That it was a calculated attack that Vince McMahon would 100% be willing to do, especially if he's willing to write a storyline where it's incestual with his freaking daughter. Don't put anything past Vince McMahon at all. At all.
So Charlotte Flair.
Back to Charlotte Flair.
You back, Charlotte?
I'm gonna go try to fact check DP's what he's talking about down there.
DP. Didn't Andrade tweet something out that he was ecstatic about something prior to this release? I'd heard something like that.
It was too. So yeah. Okay. Well, I only brought that comment up just to bring it up. It was, I believe, 3 hours before the release went official because the release didn't go official until Fastlane, which apparently I guess we're going to talk about, even though none of us gave a shit about it.
Watched it.
I've read it substantially.
Martin, was it a good show?
It was okay. Like nothing.
It was an okay show. It wasn't worth watching. It was a throwaway pay-per-view that should have never happened.
I think we're all on board with this, though.
I saw the Fiend showing up, and the ending to Edge and Bryan, Bryan and Reigns. Yeah, the ending really is worth watching.
Yeah,
so
I think
go ahead, Jay. This is your show. I forgot. I took over. I'm sassy today. I took control of your show. I want you to continue.
But I think we're all in agreement, all four of us, for the first time, that yes, this is something that Fastlane could be completely scrapped. 8 weeks worth of buildup, especially if you're doing 2 nights worth of WrestleMania, which is one other thing I think we might all be in agreement in. Why? Why do we need nights of WrestleMania?
I much prefer 2 night WrestleMania. Though that 8-hour, 9-hour slog fest that we were getting for a couple of years was absolutely disgusting.
All right, I mean, but
let's back up the train. We all know by now.
On that.
We all know by now that I'm not going to watch WrestleMania.
Thank you, Highway Star, and thank you for the follow.
Much appreciated, Nick.
Plug that. What I do want to say, I thought more about that because I know I mentioned last week how Fastlane was useless, and I don't think they should ever do it again. But then I got to thinking, what if they replaced it with King of the Ring for a shot at the mid-card belt instead? I think that would be neat. That's what they should do instead of Fastlane. Make it entirely focused on the mid-card, and then let the main event do what the main event is already doing after Elimination Chamber. But completely mid-card King of the Ring right up to Mania, that'd be money. Vince, you can hire me. 7 people. My odds are going up. One of them's you, buddy.
Okay, first off, I see 12 people on my end.
Oh,
So you must be looking at the
now.
Twitch alone. We have Facebook viewers as well. How about you count them?
Wow.
You shouldn't say that out loud because that's against the TOS. So move on, run.
Yeah, run. Especially
No.
they're not watching us. We're not big enough. No, but I like the WrestleMania being over 2 nights. It's a lot easier and better for sitting there for the entire time.
I think that's kind of my point as well. The fact that it shouldn't be that long. I don't care if it's
hold on, Jay.
wrestling night of
Let's take
all
this.
time.
Let's take the, hold on. Let's take this comment real quick.
Sure.
Turn Wrestle Kingdom into 1 night now. How long would it be?
If you only went with the regular stories, 4 hours.
All right. Well,
That's
I guess
that's the thing. They decided to throw even, and I'm not saying New Japan's free of this. I don't love 2 nights worth of Wrestle Kingdom either. That's not what I want. I want 1 night of epic wrestling because I can free up my schedule for 1 night of epic wrestling. You know
what we didn't need the most though?
The word schedule.
No. 2 nights of NXT takeover. Didn't need that.
Yeah, that's awful.
Yeah.
Didn't need that at all.
I think if we go with just 1 night, it's fine.
Yeah. So let's catch up on comments real quick.
Yeah, sure.
A mid-card King of the... Okay, Jay, you're going too slow for me tonight, so I am all hyped up on...
Jake, assert your dominance. Or Jay.
Yeah.
I was, and then I was...
Be in my place. Tell me you're the boss.
Look. A mid-card King of the Ring would be very interesting, but I feel like it would serve a better usage as a pathway to a #1 contender between Mania and SummerSlam. I can't compare.
Why'd you kick me off?
That's true. That's a good point.
Look. If you get out of hand, I will send you to the corner of shame.
How about you let me do what I want to do because I don't know. I got nothing right now.
Oh, I owned a company.
No, I'm never gonna pull that card.
It doesn't matter who you are.
You can pull the card, but then I'll just pull the fact that I move much more freight than you do. You know?
That's not even fair.
I know, right? The Highway Star, what'd y'all think about Strowman's train noises on Raw? Choo-choos in chat? Choo-choos in chat, guys.
Gotta understand, guys. Braun Strowman is for the children at this point.
Yeah.
Just go all in on it. If I was
really
9, I would have loved it. So it's fine. It's great. Good job. I laughed, so that's cool, I guess.
I mean, Christina said to do it, guys. And you all know that I have nothing but respect for the for Christina.
Can we pull up Thirsty Don's comment because I want to expand on that also.
The only thing about bringing King of the Ring back is the stupid King gimmick.
Right. So I feel like that's just more of a disease of the modern era because way back when you didn't really have them doing that except for a few notable exceptions. But Stone Cold never walked around. He wasn't.
The new guy gave him a choo-choo in the chat. I'm so impressed.
Yeah. Braun is a little legitimate.
Yeah.
Just don't do the King gimmick. Just win it. Go to your title shot.
Can they physically do a King of the Ring without doing the King gimmick in this day and age? Because they seem to not be able to figure it out.
Vince knows.
And
Vince knows 6 stories total, and one of them is King of the Ring, and that's it. That's It's the only way he knows how to book it anymore, and everybody loves it. The problem is when you have Sheamus and Barrett and Corbin and just everybody and Regal, and they all do it, and they all just lose, and it all immediately devolves into comedy. It's awful, and it doesn't serve a purpose anymore. But we can make it serve a purpose. Give it 3 years of actual legit builds, and we could make King of the Ring like one of the big 5.
Not only legitimate build, but actual
Maybe 6
like
at this point.
legitimate
You can build like contenders.
wrestling.
Yeah, you can build contenders like legitimate contenders.
Yeah, you could have Apollo Crews win that. Think of how good his gimmick would be if he was King of the Ring right now.
Oh, that would be a good one there.
Speaking of wives, did you hear about Orton's wife? I don't keep up with that kind of gossip.
I want to
Okay,
say Orton's
so-
wife is working. She's been in the business.
Oh, absolutely.
Long
She's
enough.
absolutely working. So,
She's working.
to sum this up, the picture of Alexa Bliss basically straddling Randy Orton was shared with Alexa Bliss's wife. Alexa Bliss's wife. Randy Orton's wife basically saying, "You got me all fucked up." Something along those lines. So, a fake feud, because we know Orton's wife isn't getting in the ring. So basically, she's just throwing shots at Alexa for straddling Orton. Quite frankly.
It's for the clicks because you see that on Twitter, and then a random who didn't watch the pay-per-view, they're gonna be like, "Oh, what?" And they're gonna Google Alexa Bliss, Randy Orton, and then she's just getting her husband clicks. It's classic marketing. Good ploy by
It's
Mrs.
genius by her.
Thank
Padavar,
you so much
welcome
for the
back,
tip.
my guy. Thank you.
Padavar's been on an absolute roll right now, and I don't bad. Keep your stimulus check. Take care of yourself too. Don't forget about that, brother. We've got DP. Owen Hart did an amazing job as the King. Even Macho King was really good in terms of recentness. Booker T, and I will agree with this, Booker T made it work. It was hilarious, and I loved it.
I love that. I look at Booker T. That was
Granted.
amazing.
You're right. Booker T made it work, but I would also argue that Booker T is also the very first King to start falling to this comedy archetype kind of thing. Because after he peaked as world champ, like we got the whole boogeyman stuff. Like I think that's when King of the Ring really took a hit. As much as I love King Booker,
My problem with that was he did it so well, and it was so over the top, and it got him so much heat. The problem is they try to recapture that now.
Yep, give it to everyone. It has to work.
And that's and they think that everyone else can make it work.
They took a different approach with King Corbin, though.
They took a different approach, but it still fell flat.
Awful.
Oh, it absolutely fell flat. But he wasn't. King Corbin wasn't brought in as the comedy king.
Right.
Corbin was just brought in as I'm going to make you hate me, King.
Yeah,
And
he got the
Corbin has
Sheamus
the-
King of the Ring run. That's what
Yep.
he got.
Yes, he.
Corbin has the best, not go away heat, but because quite frankly, if Corbin's on the screen, I'm watching. Of all people in the
Why?
WWE, he is the easily best not named The Miz heel in the WWE right now.
I used to think like you, and now I can't stand him. I can't stand any segments he's in.
Because he doesn't win a match, but
After the Roman Reigns feud, I was unsold. I returned all of my Baron Corbin stocks. It's not going to the moon with that gentleman. He's just a channel changer for me. He hasn't been in a single interesting thing ever.
all right. So apparently that's when I wasn't watching WWE because I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, King Barrett was awful, but it gave us the Bullhammer. So, but yeah, that just started the trend of mid-card foreign heel doing a King gimmick to ultimately do nothing with it. Yes, Corbin. That's when he lost me, and he's just boring. He has a beautiful moveset, but everything is just so boring. The Mysterio feud, awful. The Seth feud, awful. That was years ago, but whatever. They're all awful. He cools people off immediately.
What would
Every
your
time.
What would your suggestion be then for the first? Let's go ahead and say King Craith is booking King of the Ring. Who would be your first winner?
Apollo Crews. Absolutely.
Do you think that's going to legitimize King of the Ring again?
If he's right now, yeah. But if I can use other pieces on the table, I would absolutely say someone like Aleister Black. If he's going to be in the company long, Aleister Black, King of the Ring, would be fantastic. Walter.
Hey,
Wow.
hey! You only
Imagine
get one
it.
name. Calm down,
Fine.
Martin.
Black.
Martin. Who would you say? Okay, so hold on. Actually, I think you said his name is Caleb, brought up the exact point that I was thinking. Is that before the new gimmick?
No, this
with
is
Apollo
now.
Crews? No, with Apollo Crews. Before this brand new heritage gimmick, whatever the hell he's doing on SmackDown right now, because I don't watch SmackDown.
Oh, it's the best part.
Okay, answer the question, Craith. Is this
No, this is
before that
current
gimmick?
Apollo Crews.
Yeah,
Oh,
he's
With that gimmick.
with this gimmick, with the current gimmick he has now. Not the old smiley, I'm happy to be here Crews, but the Nigerian Prince Crews. Nigerian Prince becomes a king.
He can't be a king if he's a
I want it.
Nigerian prince. Now we have logic flaws.
No, the prince becomes a king, and right? Jake, it's a metaphor.
It writes itself.
It really does.
You really is.
All right, Martin, if you could pick one person in the company to win the King of the Ring, who is it? Go.
It's hard to say, but I put it in a spot. But I gotta say Apollo Crews right now.
All right.
Jake.
Jake.
No, Jake.
No, I want to hear you first. You just said it was my show to assert dominance.
Yeah, you know what? Fine. Adam Cole, baby.
King Cole. Ooh.
Oh, by the way, if we're talking about Adam Cole real quick, are we going to talk about the fact that this is definitely leading to a loser leaves NXT match with Kyle O'Reilly?
Yes, it is.
Absolutely. There's no other way around that.
It's going to lead to an exploding barbed wire death match.
I doubt that.
Keith Lee is being Wallace says Keith Lee, which would not be a bad choice, I think.
Yeah, that's a good a good one.
But when it comes down to it, I think you guys are all thinking that whoever wins King of the Ring has to win at WrestleMania.
Negative. They don't have to win at WrestleMania. I mean,
but that's what it sounds like. It sounds like you guys want to build on someone. And
Adam Cole absolutely would have to win at WrestleMania to make that work because they'd be using the King of the Ring to legitimize him on the main roster. Whereas somebody like Apollo Crews, and who else did you say, Craith?
Apollo Crews.
Black. Yeah.
Alex the Black's not going to be there, so let's go with Apollo Crews.
Right.
Where somebody like Apollo Crews doesn't need to win necessarily at WrestleMania. He could take that loss right off the top and then come back later, still with the gimmick, and then take the title.
I think when it comes out of those two, Apollo Crews definitely could take the loss, but I still feel like both of these are to build it up to get that big match and probably win it. Personally speaking, if we are doing it, this is the first King of the Ring that we want to do to try to start this idea. I would go ahead and I would go way out of the book and have Triple H win it.
Really?
Solidify him as King of Kings. You have that nostalgia hit, and then have him lose to help cement whoever it is at WrestleMania that has that title.
I don't know. I don't think I like it.
That's what I would do.
I don't know if I want Triple H going over 4 other talent en route to winning that crown. I don't know. I just don't know about someone like that. I mean, because I feel like, so at this point, the big victory pay-per-views, they kind of seem tiered almost. Where like Royal Rumble winners are like super already main events, and then Money in the Bank, you get like the upper mid card and some main events. So I feel like King of the Ring should be more of like mid card to upper mid card. What is all this?
Do some things for me, Jay.
Oh,
some things are just for me.
I noticed.
Caleb, if you can remind us where we left off at, or whoever that was from. I don't know how we got here. Fastlane, it was useless.
That wasn't a comment. Yeah. That was me putting a banner on the screen.
Oh, yeah. That was you.
Yeah, that was not a reminder. That was Jake just being like, we ain't talking about the news. Let's go ahead and just point it out.
I told you guys we need to have AMAs instead of actual episodes, and here we are.
Yeah, we get
the
more viewers we get, the more sidetracked we get, and I love it. It's great.
Because we have another question, this one's easy. One name real quick. Oh, after this one.
All right. Someone I personally like, you could use the King of the Ring to win to legitimately build someone, even if they don't win at Mania or whatever pay-per-view, is Chad Gable. Helps build Chad to a level where he can prosper.
It's also my understanding that Gable's on his way out of the WWE.
Yeah,
really.
I think it would also be too quick for Gable. Too much of a cold start.
Yeah, I agree with that.
But yeah, let's do JoJo's question real quick. One name each.
Wait, I don't see a
where?
Yeah, what?
On Twitch, I'm looking at it.
I don't have it on my end.
Nope. Read out the question for us then.
Jojo says, on the subject of WrestleMania, would you guys, who would you guys want to see win, or would you guys want to see the Andre the Giant Battle Royal back? And if so, who would you have winning? I didn't know it was gone.
I don't. Neither did I. Yes, I did actually because of COVID. I don't want anything that doesn't, or anything of that caliber that doesn't have stakes attached to it. So if they're not gonna, winner gets a X title match, whatever, or winner gets $50,000, I don't care what they do. But if there's nothing besides I get a trophy of the Andre the Giant, I don't care for it.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan.
Yeah, I don't think if they like a title shot or if they like a title shot, then it would make that one more legit. But to me, not really. I'm not really interested in that right now.
But if I had to choose someone, Keith Lee.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, I want to see it back. Dabba-Kato wins. That's all. All right, so on to the next.
Dabba-Kato, really?
Yeah,
those of you that don't know, we have a Total Extreme Wrestling simulation that we do, and he seems to want to push Dabba-Kato to the fucking moon. Except he just has Dabba-Kato losing every match so far.
He gets so close every time, he just can't pull out the W. I don't understand.
You book it!
I just don't understand. He said, my hands are tied in the situation.
Sorry, guys, I can't do this. My bad.
Anyways.
All right.
We were talking about Fastlane and how it should just be scrapped.
Yeah, all right, let's move past that. We've said the same thing 17 times.
Wait, right. How do you guys like the Fiend's new look? He looking crispy. You guys see it?
Is that a comment? Wait, is that another comment that we didn't see, or is that you?
No,
I'm asking you.
No, okay. he's just going off.
I'm generating conversation about Fastlane before we do that one tangent and then leave it.
I have not seen it, but I've heard he's a well done steak, basically.
Yep, looks like some nice bacon.
It kind of looks like steak of bacon, yeah. It kind of looks like his mask.
I mean, I'm down for anything that's different, 100%. So, I mean, I'm going to have to actually, if he's playing the same general character, then yeah, I'm good with it.
He'd be looking like bacon that falls out of the fryer. Crispy Fiend.
But I don't get, like, so the Fiend's already deep fried, and then Randy Orton, he's going to try fire again? Like, what? He's already burnt, bro. Try water now. I don't know. It's something different.
Craith is just going to go through all four elements.
You got, like, he's already burnt. You tried that. It didn't work. You should probably move on. Earth would probably be your best bet. But I don't think we shared this in the group chat earlier, guys. Did we know that the NXT tag team titles have been vacated due to Danny Burch's injury?
I did know that.
Yeah, I
didn't.
Doesn't mean we talked about it, though. But yes, I did know that.
Talked about it.
So who do you guys got as winners for that? Who do you think's taking them?
What are they planning on doing? Martin, have you heard anything? I know they're making an announcement tomorrow.
They are making an announcement tomorrow. But if I had to bet, I'd say William Regal is going to have a multi-tag team match at the next takeover. And I'd like to say Grizzled Young Veterans win the title. I would say MSK, but Beth Lee is injured right now.
Wow, NXT is just getting screwed with injuries again. Got it.
Yeah.
Damn, I was gonna say MSK, but I don't watch NXT enough to know he was injured. So I guess let's go with anybody.
Yeah.
Anybody. Let's leave it vacant. Let's have vacant be the champion going into WrestleMania.
You know what? Going into WrestleMania, I would not be surprised. You don't have a long time to build.
That's fair.
Isn't it Grizzly Young Vets that are injured? I'm reading. That's the report I'm reading.
No, it's Orch and Lorcan.
Yeah.
No, but then hold on. Dusty Classic runners-up Grizzly Young Vets were then written out when Lee and his partner Nash Carter injured Zach Gibson's hand in a counterattack. It's not clear if the injury is legit or not. So I haven't seen anything on Wes Lee's injury, but there's them.
So that's pretty much they're backed into a hole and they have to do something. And your best bet is to build to the pay-per-view for the match. So keeping it vacant, going into stand and deliver is their best bet.
DP, I wouldn't be surprised if there's a multi-team ladder match at TakeOver for the tag titles. I can
They
see
have
that.
would
tag
throw-
teams in NXT right now, though, because you have
Yep.
what, Kyle O'Reilly not with Bobby Fish because he's doing his own thing with Adam Cole, and that's going to obviously be a match. So you have MSK.
Imperium.
Are they in NXT America right now?
Yes.
Okay. Who else you got?
Von,
Grizzled Young Bucks.
Grizzled
Young
Young Bucks,
Bucks.
depending on that injury.
Santos Escobar's group.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And then
Alright, so we have enough.
we got. But
In a
I
match.
think
Oh, yeah,
who's
we
taking
do, yeah.
the NXT tag team titles? I think it's Mustache Mountain.
Really?
Yep, I think it's Mustache Mountain. I really think that's what we're gonna see with Imperium already on the brand. I think we're gonna get Trent and Bate over, and then that's gonna make for some wicked reactions with Pete Dunne in whatever the group's called. I don't remember.
All right, so here's what I was thinking.
Kings of
So-
NXT.
Hold on, Martin. Here's my prediction. Y'all ready for this? Okay. Here's my prediction. Why do you
Did you
guys
ever
let
think
me
you were
do
going to
this?
get? Did you ever think you were going to get one of your shows to have all 4 of your guys dancing at the same time?
No. That
When you
was
first started
absolute-
Game Changer
Can we
Sports
get that
Network,
clip? That was absolutely ridiculous. All right. It's going to be Pete Dunne and Pat McAfee.
You think so?
that'd be, I mean,
I would not mind that.
We know McAfee is coming back in the springtime, which makes it perfect for it to be stand and deliver. However, he's probably going after that scumbag Adam Cole.
right. DP, Walter and Ciampa appear to be a program of some sorts too. I'm hoping it leads to a Thatcher joining Imperium.
Which then you bring Mustache Mountain, and it's gonna be great.
I
And
swear
then
to
Pete Dunne
God,
defects.
obsession with Mustache Mountain. They're not coming.
They're fantastic. They
They're
are.
not
You'll see.
coming.
Tyler Bate is very good.
He's
Yeah,
fantastic.
absolutely. He is great, but they're not coming.
You'll see. You'll see.
Yes. You'll
I
see.
don't know. When did Walter come to America, by the way?
Last week?
Recently, I don't know.
I think it was either last week or 2 weeks ago.
So what is NXT UK doing without their UK champion?
It's looking
Yeah.
like the takeover is going to involve members of both rosters.
Yeah, I think they pre-tape NXT UK. Then
They're
fly
probably just getting. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Martin. I don't want to
Then
interrupt.
they fly Walter to the US. I think they pre-tape a lot of it in the UK.
Isn't Kaylee Ray over here now too?
No.
No.
I don't think so.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think they're just prepping for WrestleMania right now. So everyone can do your quarantines, do your whatever you have to do. We'll do WrestleMania, and then we'll send you back.
Quick question. Who gets called up after Stand and Deliver in Mania?
Adam Cole.
Dablicado.
100% Adam Cole. 100%.
Did you say Kato again, Craith?
Yes.
Oh,
Yes, he did.
All
Yeah,
right.
he was on Raw Underground, and now they got to bring him up.
That wasn't even me this time.
No, that was me. That was 100%
I
me.
know. Look, I
100%.
want the people to know.
Oh, I'll let the people know that I took Craith off the screen.
but it's gonna be Adam Cole. After him, I'm sure.
It's got to be Adam Cole.
Absolutely. Anybody else? Does anybody else get that call up?
Pat McAfee?
Io Shirai.
Pat, does she have a match? Oh, it's against
Against
Gonzalez.
Raquel.
Oh my. Oh.
They've been building Gonzalez huge, so I think
she's
Io's on her way
still-
out.
She's still green in the ring.
Yeah, but that's what NXT used to be for, so she'll be all right.
If Karrion Kross loses to Finn Balor, I might be able to see him get called up, but I don't want to see it.
I don't think Balor's going back. So the issue that I see the WWE has put themselves in If Balor goes up to the main roster and has another terrible run and his contract runs out, he's going to jump to all of his friends with AEW.
Yeah.
If Adam Cole gets the call up and he has a terrible run, he's going to jump to AEW. So now the WWE has to take into account that these guys are superstars, big time names. If you fuck up these two guys specifically, they're gone. They're going to AEW. They're going to go have fun with all their friends.
But Jake, you got to remember, when they get called up, they sign new contracts. And WWE could sign them to a 3, a 5, whatever.
But hold that thought. What if everything in a contract negotiation is 100% negotiable? What if Adam Cole gets the call up and goes, I'm not signing a new contract? It's that simple. I'll take the pay rate I'm at because I don't care. I am not signing a new contract. It's that easy. Then, what are they going to bench him? He can still show up. Go ahead. Let him sit in catering. Then he goes to AEW and becomes a bigger star.
Or they give him the Dean Ambrose treatment on his way out.
Which, that fucking worked.
Right. That's the thing, though. If you have a company that just is wants to hoard and everything, and that's how they treat guys before they leave, you're going to see more people leave.
No, and I want to make this very clear. I'm not a firm believer in everybody that leaves the WWE has to go to AEW. I don't think Andrade is going to AEW unless it's a one surprise this week kind of fuck you Vince type thing.
I don't either.
That's the only time I see Andrade going to to AEW. I think he ends up back in AAA or New Japan.
Yeah, here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking he goes to CMLL or New Japan. If he goes to New Japan, I could see him fitting with LIJ.
I could see it, but I don't. Honestly, I don't see him.
Ring of Honor might be good for him too.
I think he's going to Ring of Honor.
Ring of Honor.
Yeah, I think that's where he's going.
Yeah, might be a good idea.
To go back on the first topic real quick before we get away with it, for call-ups, Chelsea Green has to be on that list, right?
Well, she's
She already got called up.
She did?
So
She's
we
not
just
on the-
nope. Okay, nope. We're getting there. Chelsea Green's current gimmick. And I get gimmicks have to be rehashed because we've seen fucking everything at this point.
Right.
Mickie James was a stalker to Trish Stratus. So now we're going to get Chelsea Green as a stalker to Mickie James?
For all we know, this is how Mickie wanted to go out.
Yeah, this feud was supposed to happen months ago. They had everything ready. They had everything ready, but at the last second, it got pulled.
I want nothing to do with Mickie James rehashing the exact same storyline that got her started on the other end of things.
I mean, it's not going to be it'll be different. Let's just say that. It'll be different.
The Trish Stratus and Mickie James storyline was gold.
I enjoyed it.
Was a 10 out of 10.
I was like 13. I loved it. Absolutely.
Yeah.
But
Wallace agrees. It's just weird.
yeah, they still have Chelsea Green listed as NXT on their roster.
Yeah, they should really put her at SmackDown because she already had a match, her first match at SmackDown before she injured her wrist.
Wow.
All right, what's next, boys?
Well, did anything actually decent happen at Fastlane? Because we've covered how we didn't want it, how most of us didn't want to bother with it. Martin did it because he wanted to see how Peacock worked. Which, speaking of which, how was the transition?
It was pretty good. Outside of this one little thing, you can't rewind or fast forward on live events. You can't rewind or pause that much by live events, which I don't have a problem with. But outside of that, it was pretty good. I saw no lagging, but I saw some people saying that they had lag from the network to Peacock, but I didn't really see anything.
All right, so all things considered, you're not overly upset about the transition to Peacock right now.
Not really.
So I've been reading a lot about Fastlane, Yeah, we can talk about Drew and Sheamus first because I want to go into the main event.
Yeah.
But how'd you like Drew and Sheamus, Martin? I didn't watch it either, honestly, but I read about it.
It was an okay match. It was fun to watch. It was fun to watch. But to me,
Pretty hard hitting, right? Like a death match almost.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I read.
It was hard hitting. And to me, I thought it was a pretty good match. But the main event really was might be one of the best parts of Fastlane outside of the Fiend.
It's being regarded as a masterclass in storytelling and an early front runner for best match of 2021.
Yeah, because the storytelling of Daniel Bryan and Roman Reigns was amazing. I mean, it was so good.
You have two amazing wrestlers there.
I mean, Roman tapped out. That's a big deal. That's a huge deal.
Yeah, but
Roman tapped out.
Nobody saw it.
So if Roman Reigns right now is Superman, Daniel Bryan is definitely Batman. He got his hands on some kryptonite because Roman Reigns tapped out, and I watched the clip. When Roman Reigns kicks out, that man's face, fear. Straight fear. He just tapped out. He kicked out. You know what I mean. But when he won, he was relieved, but he was terrified. He just tapped out. And what was a ref bump, right? Yeah, then Edge went crazy, and then another ref came in. Yeah, overbooked mess. But the big takeaway was Roman Reigns, the big bad tribal chief, tapped out clean to a label lock.
Yep, and I got a feeling this is going to lead to Bryan being added to Edge and Reigns. This is definitely where they're going right now.
Nobody saw it except for the hundreds of thousands of millions of people on the network and Peacock.
Okay, hold on. I don't think we can say 1 million people watched it on any pay-per-view, by the way, the past 5 years.
Hold on. They're talking about what is being touted as a potential match of the year, a masterclass in storytelling, and you come in and just be like, statistically wise, I don't think we can say 1 million people.
Well, I mean, the WWE Network did have 70 million subscribers before migrating to Peacock, so there's a pretty decent chance that 1 million people could have seen that match.
No, they didn't.
That's what I see right now. 70 million people as of December 2nd, 2020.
That's false. On their quarterly earning report.
1.69 million. What the fuck is this? Oh, maybe the 1.69 million is concurrent, and then the 70 million is overall total. That would make sense. Hey, it's a WWE article. I don't want to hear it, which I would post the link to if I could.
That is a huge difference. There's
Facebook.
1.69 million and 70 million are not the same.
No, they're not.
No.
How do I share this?
Oh man, that was funny.
How do I share my screen? The share button's not clear.
You tried on that one, Craith. I commend you, but they did not have 70 million. Oh, okay. Oh, I was there we go.
Yeah, I got it.
What is this then?
That is them putting out propaganda to make
on
their invest. Yeah.
On YouTube.
It's a WWE article on the WWE YouTube channel.
Okay, that has nothing to do with the network.
Oh.
So did he actually think it was on the network? Yeah.
Oofs in the chat, everybody. Oofs in the chat.
Oof.
That one. That one was bad.
YouTube with the WWE Network.
Game Changer Sport Network, Facebook, YouTube, and on Twitch. All oof. Across all platforms, oof.
Just all the oof. That was bad.
Oof.
Big oof.
You know what? We'll allow it this time, though.
I'm never going to let him live that down. Let's make that very clear.
I don't want any of you to. I don't want to hear from any of you.
Come on, guys. Let's show them some love. Hashtag Team Craig.
Oh, well, 1.69 million. My point stands. It could have happened.
Craith, I highly recommend you take off your share screen before I see you scrolling porn again.
Oh, not again. That was the good stuff. I'm hitting a bunch of buttons. Who let me near a computer? How do I stop? There it is.
There we go.
I got it. Oh.
Actually, he was scrolling Twitter, so like nothing major.
Oh yeah, because I was on Chelsea Green's Twitter to make sure that that's who I wanted to talk about, and I'm also on
#Boomer
wrestling site. #Boomer. Yeah, that's it.
So, do we think that it's Martin? Would you say that that's potentially a match of the year?
I
Even
could see
across brands. Let's go ahead and say across brands, potential match of the year.
I could see that.
Are we talking about just WWE?
Nope, across brands.
So across
one more time, Jay.
Yeah,
across companies.
Across companies, yeah, the wrestling world in general.
Yeah.
If you say that, meh, I'm not really sure, but in WWE, of course it is. But in all wrestling, it's hard for me to say.
That Britt Baker and Thunder Rosa unsanctioned lights out match was out of this world. And by the way, we have not talked about that tonight.
No, we haven't.
AW is next. We have to leave Jay with as little time as possible for his New Japan Blitz, remember?
Yes.
Fair. No, so the biggest issue we have on this show is that AEW is Wednesday night. And then WWE is everything else.
Right.
And remembering to talk about AEW is not that easy.
No.
So let's talk about AEW.
Yeah, go ahead. That unsanctioned match.
First off, Britt Baker, this match made Britt Baker a star. I don't care she is the face of AEW now.
She's one of the most improved wrestlers in such a short amount of time. It's incredible.
Fuck Jon Moxley. Fuck Cody Rhodes. Fuck Kenny Omega. Britt Baker is the star of that company. She's the face of that company. Her mannerisms and the looking into the camera, blood dripping down her face, smiling, was a sight to be seen.
Eat your heart out, Becky.
If you have, I think
they did make it into a t-shirt. If you have not seen that match, I highly recommend you see that match.
It was unbelievable.
I didn't get to watch it. I was once again on a train. But no, I've heard across all my friends that are wrestling fans that have happened to see it, all of them were talking huge about this match.
Thunder Rosa went over. Britt Baker got over.
That's a good match right there. I mean, a lot of people can't write matches like that anymore.
Now the issue is you have to follow that up. You cannot let Britt Baker fall to the wayside after that match. You're pulling a WWE.
They need to lock Thunder Rosa down as soon as possible.
I don't think that's going to happen.
Due
to the working relationship with the NWA, I don't think that's going to happen. I don't think Thunder Rosa is jumping ship away from the NWA and or AEW. I think she's going to be in both of them for the long haul. I think she's going to get a title run out of it eventually.
Mm-hmm.
But they're not going to get her exclusive under any circumstance. Because that puts the entire deal in jeopardy.
So what's next for Brett then? Do you think she goes right to a title match from here? Or do you think she's still got something to prove against Rosa?
No, this is straight into a title.
Yeah, I think she deserves to be the next AEW Women's Champion. She needs to take that title off Hikaru Shida, or she is a champion, right?
Yeah. I think so.
Yeah, she is a champion.
Yep.
Yeah, they need Britt Baker to take that title off Shida and then have a rocket on her and just have her go off on a several-month reign because she deserves the title and she would be an amazing women's champion.
Shida was a great champion during the pandemic era. We're on our way out of that, and now she hasn't had any real contenders. Britt Baker is that contender.
NWA is taping again, correct?
Yes, they are.
I would not be surprised at all if we saw Baker pop up there. Honestly.
So, If so, I don't believe it happened. But at NWA, back for the attack. That's what it's called. If it was gonna happen, I would have assumed it was there. But I don't believe.
Well, there's still.
did.
I mean, maybe I'm looking too much into tweets, but Britt did tweet something out shortly after the match saying, "The bad news is ... you forgot to kill me." So it sounds like we might not be done there. And honestly, I hope we're not. I want to see it again. Run it back.
Run it
Fight
back
forever.
Now, we all know Jake's absolute rocket to the moon for Lacey Evans. Jake, are you saying that right now Britt Baker is on that, is like higher up on your list for fire her into the moon?
Give me a fave 5.
Just a quick note before we get into that. Camille at Back for the Attack defeated Thunder Rosa, and this exact quote is Camille's power proves to be too much for a weakened Rosa to overcome. So there's definitely going to be more to that Baker Rosa. Now, you're asking me, of all people, if I think Baker should be pushed more than Lacey.
Did she get higher up on that list of needs to be pushed right now to the moon? And you've been hammering Lacey Evans needs to be on that rocket as well in
Lacey
WWE.
Evans was getting that rocket. Okay. We're in the same exact situation. Britt Baker, after that, has to flip face. Absolutely. She is too liked by the AEW fan base after that performance. So they have to flip her face. And then same thing, strap her a rocket to her back, bring her to the moon, whatever you need to do.
Hashtag sorry for the sidetrack.
Oh, people
Jake, I
actually
just
like
wanna-
Cameron Grimes?
Yeah. I also just want to say you're wrong about everything you just said. But come on, man. Turn her face.
You make her the biggest. No. Don't get me fucked up like that, Craith. Don't get me fucked up like that.
We got a clip of it.
I don't want her to flip face, but if the fans are not going to accept her as a heel at this point, after that match, it's just not going to happen.
What fans?
I would say you don't have to actually make her a face, but you're saying she should fight more heels and she'll get those cheers.
She's going to get cheered no matter what.
What she should go do is rip.
She's getting cheered.
No, she needs to go rip Thunder Rosa's teeth out. She needs to curb stomp her into the side of the ring post. She needs to put Thunder Rosa out of AEW, and then she needs to go destroy Sheeta for the title and be the best heel women we've seen in a long time.
The problem is she's going to get cheered the entire time.
So?
That's not a fucking heel.
No, you're not going to get cheered ripping Thunder Rosa's tooth out of her face.
He's absolutely going to get cheered.
Is that the sound your brain makes all the time?
No, I talk over myself. In my brain, I talk over myself. So, it's actually, I don't talk in my brain.
Mark, I like sit back and let them go, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna sit back.
This is amazing.
Oh.
This is great.
I do like it when they have different points of view. You're always entertained. Roy. She might get cheered if AEW is in Philly, but otherwise it's shock heel work.
Yeah, no, you can capitalize on that for the best kind of heel heat.
I guarantee you, tomorrow night when she comes out, she's getting cheered.
If I'm not working, I'm gonna test it.
Money down.
Yeah, tomorrow night when she still gets cheered, but she first comes out, but that doesn't mean that she can't overcome that to turn it into something even bigger on the heel side.
What are we talking? What about 3 minutes?
That's
3-minute warning.
I think.
Oh yeah! Wow! Oh wow!
Time is trying to time the New Japan Blitz.
Jay, go!
Wow, hold on. He already put up the banner. All right, New Japan Blitz. So on the New Japan, over at New Japan, we finally got a winner to the New Japan Cup, and it was won in a fantastic match. I'm not going to go ahead and say match of the year because although these guys are very capable of it, And every time they faced off beforehand, it's been fantastic. It was Will Ospreay versus Shingo Takagi. Will Ospreay has won the New Japan Cup.
My man.
And it was a very good match. Shingo looked like he was looking past Will the whole time. There were a couple of times he ended up at ringside where Ibushi was during the commentary. And there was a very cool moment where Shingo, as he's getting up, he wipes his face because Ibushi brought one of his fan towels with him, wipes his face with the towel and gives it back to Ibushi. And Ibushi's like, all right, yeah, I see you. Go in there and win it now. So it was pretty cool seeing that. But Will Ospreay would not be denied. He won. Ibushi comes in, and Will says that he loves the idea of being the IWGP World Champion, not heavyweight, not intercontinental, not double champion, World Champion. And he loves the idea more than anyone and anything. And then he hit an Oz cutter on his girlfriend, Priestley, just to cement the fact in. Sakura Genesis, yeah, that was pretty crazy. Sakura Genesis is just around the corner. I believe it's on the 4th.
Correct.
Yes. So it's on the 4th. And that's going to be your main event. Ibushi versus Will Ospreay. And it's been said that they are going to announce a new member of Will Ospreay's faction, the United Empire. So that's pretty interesting. We're going to have a new faction member going into them. On top of that, it's also been announced that Roppongi 3K, Yo, who's been injured for over a year, has now finally returned. And Roppongi 3K will be challenging for the IWGP Junior Tag Team Championships, which is, in my opinion, awesome. I love Roppongi 3K. Fantastic team right there. And it's nice to see Yo finally being able to return from his ACL injury and go right after the tag team titles, which is where they were since they started on New Japan when I started watching 3 years ago. So that's your New Japan Blitz. Make sure you check out Sakura Genesis.
I think you became something.
I probably am. I've only got like a minute and a half to do it.
Why did there an earthquake too?
There was an earthquake during one of their shows. I did not get to watch that show because I've been on so many gosh darn trains. It's been crazy. Jake, hire me. And
gosh darn. I think I've dropped the F word 17 times today, and you're over here that gosh darn train.
I'm for the kids. That's why
I am not.
Hey, it's that crazy guy with the red hair, and he's all silly. That's why I'm here. But yeah, those gosh darn trains. But yes, there was an earthquake. They thought that might have, because of the aftershocks, it might have some effects, but it looks like they are good to go as far as all the rest of their shows are. So it was a bit, everyone was a bit, shaken up, but that was horrible. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
just had to have a moment of silence for myself there. But
I had to pull us all off after that one.
Yeah, that was your New Japan Blitz. So Will Ospreay versus Kota Ibushi for the IWGP World title.
Quick question. Is this something we were supposed to talk about tonight?
No, that was one from last week, 2 weeks ago.
Okay. All right, cool.
I forgot to delete it.
Perfect.
Sorry.
Just checking.
All right. But ladies and gentlemen, why would you do that?
Oh, no.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us on the Game Changer Sports Network. This has been your episode of the Ringside Roundup, where we never go off track and always have the latest and greatest of wrestling news for you. I'm JD. The 4-way dab is required now. Everyone, 1, 2, 3. There we go. I am JD, Jake Jollymore, Martin Lee, Adam Craith. Thank you so much for joining us, and make sure you check us out on all social medias, but the big 3, if you're looking to narrow down, Twitch, TikTok, Twitter. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us. Have a great night.
Hey, guys.